morning, student friends. Now today we will discuss the third and the important factor for the evolution of life is the isolation. In the previous lecture we had studied the factors responsible for the evolution of life, like the variations, then migration, genetic recombination, and today now we will discuss the next factor, that is the isolation. Now see what is isolation. Isolation is the separation of population. What is isolation? The separation of population from particular area in a unit time is called as isolation. Now these isolations are of two types. Isolations are of two types: geographical isolation and the reproductive isolation. Isolation म्हणजे काय? सेपरेशन. एका ठिकाणाहून दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी जाण्यासाठी तीन स्पीसीज काय आयसोलेट होते, सेपरेट होते, त्याला म्हणतो आपण आयसोलेशन. हे आयसोलेशन कशामुळे होतं? Isolation, it may be because of the geographical barriers or it may be because of the reproductive barriers. For example, see at the geological isolation. Geological isolation may occur because of the river, lake, stream, mountain, or the glaciers. Why? These are the factors responsible for the geographical isolation, because due to river it makes a barrier between the species to interbreed among themselves. काही समजा काही स्पीसीज ह्या काय आहे, नदीच्या एका बाजूला आहे, दुसरे त्याचे मेंबर्स नदीच्या दुसऱ्या बाजूला आहे, तर ते एकमेकांमध्ये इंटरब्रीड होऊ शकत नाही, रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह प्रोसेस होऊ शकत नाही. and therefore river, lake, stream or mountain or the glaciers, they are the barriers and that causes the isolation or the separation of the population. ह्या सगळ्या याच्यामुळे काय होतं की हे जे मेंबर आहेत स्पीसीज पॉप्युलेशनचे हे एकमेकांमध्ये इंटरब्रेड होऊ शकत नाही आणि त्याच्यामुळे ते काय होतात, सेपरेट होतात पॉप्युलेशन मधून. त्या प्रोसेसला म्हणतो आपण आयसोलेशन or the geographical isolation. Now the isolation may be a reproductive isolation. There are certain reproductive characters because of which the isolation or the separation of the species takes place. This reproductive isolation we will see in the details. Now see the types of the isolating mechanism. आता हे आयसोलेटिंग मेकॅनिझम जे आहेत की ज्याच्यामुळे काय होतं, पॉप्युलेशन सेपरेट होतं and this separating population in future may form the new species and thus evolution takes place. Now this isolating mechanism is of two types: pre-mating or pre-zygotic isolation. Pre means pre-mating or pre-zygotic isolation. Pre means first झायगोट फॉर्म व्हायच्या किंवा मेटिंग फॉर्म व्हायच्या आत किंवा मेटिंग व्हायच्या आत जे काय सेपरेशन होतं, कशामुळे ते सेपरेशन होतं, त्याला म्हणतो आपण प्री-मेटिंग और प्री-झायगोटिक आयसोलेशन, which prevents the fertilization and the zygote formation. ज्याच्यामुळे फर्टिलायझेशनची प्रोसेस होऊ शकत नाही आणि झायगोट फॉर्मेशन सुद्धा होऊ शकत नाही. Now this pre-mating or pre-zygotic isolation is of following three types. The first is the habitat or the ecological isolation. What is the first? Habitat or the ecological isolation. Now what is habitat or the ecological isolation? Now in this type all the members, they are present in the same ecological geographical area. सगळेच मेंबर एकाच जिओग्राफिकल रिजन मध्ये आहे, एकाच इकोलॉजिकल कंडिशन मध्ये आहे, but their habitat is different. What is habitat? The place where the organism live. ज्या जागी तो राहतो त्याला म्हणतो आपण habitat. हे habitat different आहे. habitat different असल्यामुळे काय होतं की त्यांच्यामध्ये रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह प्रोसेस होऊ शकत नाही किंवा त्यांच्यामध्ये इंटरब्रीडिंग होऊ शकत नाही and thus that causes the separation or the isolation. Second one is the seasonal or the temporal isolation. Seasonal or isolation is caused because both the members of the population, they mature or their reproductive phases are at different timings. प्रत्येकाची मॅच्युअर व्हायची रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह फेज मध्ये याचा टायमिंग सीझन वेगवेगळा आहे and that prevents the fertilization and the zygote formation. Third one is the mechanical isolation. तीसरा है mechanical isolation. Now what is mechanical isolation? Here the members of the population, they are living in the same habitat, same geographical condition, they are having the same reproductive season, but the structure of the genital organs, they are different and therefore they cannot mate with one another or they cannot interbreed with one another, and thus causes the separation of population or the isolation. Now these three are the pre-mating or pre-zygotic isolation. The next one is post-mating or the post-zygotic isolation. Now what is post-mating or post-zygotic isolation? These three types, they cannot form the zygote or they prevent the process of fertilization. Pre-mating, pre-zygotic मध्ये काय आहे? मेटिंगच होत नाही आणि फर्टिलायझेशनची प्रोसेसच होत नाही म्हणून zygote formation होते. But here the post-mating or post-zygotic isolation, here the mating takes place, zygote formation may take place, but the species cannot perpetuate further, and that type of the isolation it is called as post-mating or post-zygotic. इथे mating होता है, interbreeding होता है, zygote formation होता है, पण zygote survive होऊ शकत नाही. तो का survive होऊ शकत नाही ते पाहू आपण. First is the gamete mortality. Here the mating takes place, gametes are formed, but these gametes they are of short duration. Gametes का lifespan कमी आहे and therefore they cannot fuse with one another. Next one is the zygote mortality. The gametes are of proper lifespan. The fusion of the gametes takes place or union of the gamete takes place, but the zygote is immortal or the life of the zygote is of short duration and zygote does not develop. That is called as zygote mortality. Third one is the hybrid sterility. In this type the gametes are formed, they are having a fertility, they unite or they fuse to form a zygote. Zygote also develops into a hybrid, but the hybrid are sterile. Why hybrid are sterile? Because they face the process of gametogenesis. Now what is gametogenesis? That is the formation of gametes or the meiosis. This process does not take place or it fails to enter into the meiotic processes, and therefore the separation or isolation takes place. In this way, isolation is one of the factors for the evolution of the species. Organic evolution साठी जसं genetic variations, then natural selections हे responsible आहे. त्याच्यासोबत isolation, that is separation of population, is also responsible to form the new species, because these separated population they can form new species after a long period of time. Now let us see the Hardy-Weinberg's principle for the law of equilibrium. आता आपण आतापर्यंत जे शिकलो की काय होते, जेनेटिक व्हेरिएशन्स होतात आहे, नॅचरल सिलेक्शन्स होतात आहे, आयसोलेशन होतात आणि तरीही काय आहे, रिप्रोडक्शनचा रेट हा ॲट अ सर्टन लेवल कॉन्स्टंट आहे, इक्वल आहे. Why this is equal? This is well explained by Hardy-Weinberg's principle, or it is also called as law of equilibrium. Now what this law states? ह्या lawचा statement काय आहे? At equilibrium point, both the gene and genotypic frequencies are constant for generations after generations. Now, according to this Hardy-Weinberg's law, at equilibrium point ला काय होतं, both the gene and genome and genotypic frequency काय आपण नंतर बघू are constant. ह्या constant राहतात for generations after generations. Generations to generations त्या constant राहतात. त्या कशा constant राहतात त्या now in the previous chapter in the inheritance and variations we have studied that at any locus gene is having the two pairs of the alleles. काय या genes ला काय gene ला काय any gene it is having a pair of allele. Right? त्यातलं काय आहे one is dominant and another one is the recessive. Suppose this is the chromosome, then it has the position genes. This gene has the allelic pair, one is dominant, one is recessive. Now, if we see the dominant and suppose this is the hybrid capital A small a. हे काय hybrid आहे F1 generation capital A small a. It has the two allelic pair, that is dominant one is called as the capital A. It has the gene frequency P and the dot small a the gene frequency Q. Now at the equilibrium the gene frequency P plus Q whole square is always 1. याची gene frequency किंवा genotypic frequency जी आहे ती P plus Q चा whole square always 1. So if we elaborate this equation, then it is p square plus 2pq plus q square is equal to 1 and this is always constant. Now this equation can be explained with the help of this Punnett square. जैसे आपण मेंडल लॉच्या चॅप्टर मध्ये Punnett square काढतो तसाच Punnett square इथे हायब्रिड युनियन साठी काढलेला आहे. Now here this is the hybrid A and B. It has the gametes capital A small a. Now when these gametes they are interbred for the F2 generation, then they form the hybrid such as capital A that is P square gene frequency, capital A small a gene frequency is PQ, capital A small a gene frequency PQ and small a gene frequency PQ. If we write this then one is capital A is to capital A small a is to 1 small a. If we write the gene frequency then this is the P square plus 2PQ plus Q square, this is equal to 1. In this way this Hardy-Weinberg's principle states that at equilibrium point both the gene and the genotypic frequencies are constant for the generations of the generation. म्हणजे कितीही प्रमाणात व्हेरिएशन्स असू द्या कुठलेही फॅक्टर्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल असू द्या पण इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेजला जीन आणि जीन फ्रिक्वेन्सी ही ऑलवेज काय असते कॉन्स्टंट असते. इट इज ऑलवेज 1 and it remains constant for generations after generation. This law is applicable for sexually reproducing diploid cell only कुठल्याही diploid sexually reproducing cell साठी हा लॉ काय आहे constant आहे, that is P plus Q square is always 1. Now come to the next adaptive radiations. Now what are the adaptive radiations? Transformation of original species to many different varieties at a given time is called as adaptive radiations. When one original species is transformed into different varieties because of the adaptations, it is called as adaptive radiations. The well-known example of adaptive radiation is Darwin-Finch's